Hey everybody, it's minus 67 from BoLS here, doing our first 6th edition battle report. We're going to muddle through, had the book for about 5 days now, try to figure out what we're going to do. I'm going to be playing Orks today versus Evil AmeriCorps' Sons of Medusa army over here. So we are doing the, what mission are we doing, Nick?
Big Guns Never Tire.
Big Guns Never Tire. Nick with his no heavy support will be very awesome in that scenario. We have 4 objectives. We'll go over the battlefield here in a second. I'm playing Orks today with a 12-man Ork squad with a rocket and a knob with a boss pole and a power claw in a truck. I have 20 Orks in a battle wagon with a power claw and 2 rocket launchers. I have an Ork dreadnought with a Scorcher and a rocket. I have 3 killer cannons with 2 rockets and a Scorcher. I have a shock attack gun because why not? It's awesome. I have 20 Storm Boys with Zagstruck again because it's awesome. I have 9 Knob Bikers along with a Pain Boy and a War Boss who's hiding around here somewhere. I have 3 Power Claws, 2 Wall Banners, and a Boss Pole along with the Pain Boy in there. So in Battle Wagon, some various upgrades, a Def Rolla, which is borrowed by Goat Boy, but we'll muddle through there. So Evil AmeriCorps, tell us what you got in your army. I'll come around over there. Alright, here on my turn 1, it's pretty awesome. My killer cannons moved in. One of them immobilized themselves on the trees. Good job, Scorcher. The other guys tried to run for the trees, or run for the ruins, didn't quite make it, so now they're going to probably get punked by missiles. The Dreadnought ran, hid from a few of the missiles, we'll see if he can survive. Everybody else just did some snap fire, and nothing really happened, except my favorite, Mr. Shock Attack Gun, got a strength 8 shot and killed 8 guys in that squad, just wiped out the whole front line, so that was pretty cool. But since about, I don't know, 1,000 points of my army's off the table right now, we will see what happens after Nick's turn 1. Here at the Nick's turn 1, we revealed a bunch of objectives. One was a Skyfire Nexus. I don't remember. Oh, this one gives you +1 to your armor, to your cover save. This one let him reroll 1s, and which he forgot to use, which was pretty awesome. He took 3 squads of 2 Cyclones each to kill my poor Shock Attack Gun. He soaked up 12 missiles, which is totally worth it to me. He took 1 whole point off with twin-linked tank hunting Cyclones off my battle wagon, and he did blow up he wrecked the truck, and the boys had to get out. So that was not too exciting, not too cool, but now all my reserves are going to come in, and we're going to see what happens on my turn 2. Alright, well, disappointing into my turn 2. The knobs did not show up, but Zagstruck did, and he landed successfully. Only killed 1 knob on the way in. We got to experience some of the craziness of characters here because we didn't even do it right because Nick did Overwatch and forgot that since his army's all characters, every time he hits with an Overwatch, he could have placed it on Zagstruck. But in combat, where he rolled 6s too, because they're all characters, you did no one's gonna make the save. Yeah. I charged him with all those guys and killed 4, and he killed 3, and he broke, but because he rolled a 1, I caught him, so he faces no consequences. So I actually wish I didn't run him down. So that was exciting. However, nothing else really happened. Both my Dreadnoughts and my killer cannons rolled 1s to run, and I revealed a Gravway generator back there. But really interesting that a whole units of characters are really, really silly. So we will see what I can do at the end of Nick's turn 2. So Nick and me have been playing war games for like 15 years. Seriously. No exaggeration. And it has continued that Nick can never roll dice against me. Ever. It's amazing. I continue to mock him to this day over, let's see, all those missile launcher facing. He took 2 whole points off the Dreadnought with re-rolling to hit armor, tank hunting missile launchers. He took a whole point off these guys with 4 shots. He killed a single Ork back there with frag missiles. And then over here I killed 4 more guys and he broke, and I finally got free this time. So 15 years of history is just not something you can shake very easily. And you know, it just, you know, it's great. So we'll see what I can do on my turn 3. Alright, so here at the top of turn 3, my knob still apparently just didn't feel that I was needed. Zagstruck and his guys charged in against the last 2 Terminators from the squad. They killed one with Hammer of Wrath attacks and then smashed the other guy. My Dreadnought moved up and flamed those guys, and we did a death roll on them and killed like 2 or 3. It was pretty cool. Not bad. These guys continue to run and fail. My Orks back there ran 2 and failed. So, this is what we want to point out that happened in 6th edition. So, being an open topped, I disembarked 20 Ork boys, and I got as close as I could, and I needed a 6 to charge. So I declared the charge. Nick opened fire with his guys and got, what, 4 hits out of 20 shots or something? Not a whole lot. Killed 2, and the 2 closest guys I had died, pushed me out of assault. Now I've got 18 Ork guys sitting out in the open, facing a whole slew of storm bolters and missiles, and I didn't even shoot because I didn't want to make the assault even farther. So, ouch. It looks bad for Horde. So I think they're all going to be in trouble, and we will see what happens on Nick's turn 3. Alright, so there was good news and bad news for me this turn. First off, the good news. Nick's missiles continued to be terrible, and he could not hurt my Dreadnought or the Killer Cans. He did, however, glance out all 4 hull points on the Battle Wagon. That was pretty lame, so he did it the lame way, which I don't approve of. However, as you see here, there were 20 Orks. Now there's none, because failing...
only
18
Orks.
Because failing a charge with Hordes now is awful, because everybody died. He also got to shoot over here with Zagstruck, and because everybody is characters, he was able to put 2 missiles and 4 wounds on
Don't tell
Zagstruck.
them how they died. I got 24 wounds with frag missiles.
24 wounds with frag missiles, so that was pretty brutal. But Zagstruck's squad broke and is falling back now, but they can rally, and now my knobs have to show up on turn 4. They can't stay out of the game any longer, so we'll see what I can do on my turn 4. Illustrated here mid-turn why units of characters like Knob Bikers are silly. So since Knob Bikers only hit on 5s and they re-roll, that means half of their hits should be 6s. So this is my to hit wound this turn. So if Nick had a character that wasn't a Terminator, and I might still do it, I could make him take 8 saves. I might lose some wounds on it, but I could just put 8 saves on up to anybody I wanted to make him die. So that's
Power Fist. You can pick out Power Fist. You can pick out Melted Guns.
That seems a little silly for me to be able to do that. I mean, 8 potential placed wounds. So we'll see what happens on the turn, though. All right, here at the bottom of my turn 4, it was a pretty painful turn. He killed the Dreadnought, killed the Killer Cans. Finally, his missile launchers turned on. Knob Bikers, I lost 1. I lost 2. I lost 2 Knob Bikers. Took some wounds. I apparently just didn't feel like making cover. It was cool. So, but it started turn 5. Don't we roll for Night Fight now on 4+? It's not night still. It continues to be the bright of day. So we'll see what I can do on my turn 5. So I remember in 4th when Knob Bikers were amazing, and I remember my opponent's face looked similar to Nick's as they proceeded to steamroll everything, as now they can't be auto-killed by fists because they're toughness 5. They can all accept a challenge. They can all declare a challenge.
Can't be killed by missiles. Can't be killed by anything but Vindicators. And
talking about the Bikers?
Nothing. Yeah. They're unkillable, man. They're invincible.
So that's all. Oh, I forgot to resolve this assaulter. We'll do that in a second. It's probably going to be bad. He killed half of me on the way in. It was awful. There was a lot of shooting, but we're tied up over there. There's not a whole lot left on the board. All of my stuff in the middle is dead. This lone squad that died on like turn 1 is going to hold 2 objectives and win it for me, unless these guys do something crazy. But Nick has victory points for killing the first squad. So we will see what the bottom of turn 5 brings us. All right, here at the bottom of turn 5, Nick did a last-ditch effort. He charges a Rune Priest in and challenged my war boss, or I challenged the war boss to maybe hit Logan. He accepted with his Rune Priest, and he hit me 1 time, and he rolled a wound, and he even went through the whole thing, and he made a psychic check, but he forgot that I had a save. And
you're what, 5 up? You rolled a 6? Of course you rolled a 6. Why wouldn't you roll a 6?
So again, our 15-year history continues. And then I smashed everybody. Oh my god. Knob Bikers are so ridiculous right now. So Nick, why don't you see if the game ends? Because otherwise, if we end, it'll be 1-1. Yep. The game continues. Alright, so my 3 little guys. Oh, I forgot. So we didn't do this combat, but then we resolved it. And my Hammer of Wrath did 3 wounds, and Nick rolled 2 1s. So Zagstruck's squad continues to have now killed 3 squads, because they're the best ever. The Vulture Boys continue. So we will see what happens on my turn 6. Alright, so at the bottom of turn 6, Nick finished off I finished off the squad over here. And on Nick's turn, he ran up, and he shot me, even with Night Fight this turn. And even with my saves, I failed my leadership check, even with the boss pole reroll. So unless turn 7 goes on, we're going to tie. Well, I think Nick might win on other objectives. No, but I killed your warlord. Okay, so Nick, you want to roll, or you want me to? The game continues. Turn 7. Alright, well that's the end. Nick won 7-4 because I had to try to charge him and I didn't make it, and I had one knob holding down this objective and he shot it and I died, and this squad sitting around the whole table or whole game doing nothing, took one leadership check, failed to rally again. So real helpful there, guys, real helpful. So his one squad on the table, 2-1, but he killed the first squad, and I killed the war boss, and neither of us got line breakers. So that was 6th edition. We'll have some final thoughts somewhere a little quieter. All right, so tell us about your first game of 6th.
Bikers are ridiculous. A lot of stuff's different. Characters are absolutely ridiculous. Being able to pick where you put wounds is really going to hurt, and it's kind of unevenly distributed in the back of the book too. Space Marines kind of get screwed, Space Wolves and Grey Knights especially, and knobs get huge boosts, and Tyranids suck.
And it felt fiddly, didn't it? Like we constantly were getting, there's like 7,000 little rules now.
Rules you have to look up, and things that just changed a little bit, but enough that they changed the game.
And what did you think of that deployment?
It was all right. But I can see how guard players are going to have a big advantage. Anybody that can sit back at the back and anybody that doesn't have reserves to come in, that's a long way to slog.
Any other closing thoughts on this?
Turners are bad.
All right, well, we'll see you guys next time with 6th edition.